Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some items that I am decluttering or have already decluttered from my makeup collection in anticipation of my no-buy year. So one of my rules for my no-buy year is that I'm not going to force myself to work through products that are a bad user experience or that are expired or that I don't like. So for me, what that means is I decided to go through my inventory prior to this no-buy year and pull out things that I know that I don't like or that I know are a bad color match for me and that I won't enjoy using, because this whole experiment, challenge, whatever you want to call it, is not about forcing myself to use things because I bought them as a not punishing myself and forcing myself to use it because I bought it. This whole project is about appreciating the items that I have and enjoying using what I have instead of, looking for the next new thing or the new shiny object. So this video will be all of the items that have been decluttered, and again, some of them are not in my possession anymore. Some of them have been put into this little baggie here. But we'll just go through those items. It's not huge. I don't have a massive collection. I mean, I've got more makeup than one person needs for one face, but I don't have a massive collection. So this declutter is not huge. And again, the items have already been pulled out, so I'm just gonna go through them with you. We're not gonna go through my whole collection. If you're interested in seeing my makeup collection as it stands, I will link that playlist as well so that you can see that. Some of these items that have been decluttered were pulled from my inventory after I filmed those. So you will see some of these decluttered items in those videos. But that's kind of just give you a good overview of what I currently own. So if this all sounds interesting to you, please stick around. If at any point you enjoy this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And please subscribe before you move along. If you're interested in seeing my no-buy year or you just enjoy this kind of content, I'd love to have you around, and let's just get into it. Okay, so we're gonna first go through the items that I actually still have in my possession, and then the list of items that I don't have is shorter. So we'll go through that after I go through the stuff that's in this bag. So, and some of this is, so my daughter likes makeup too, and some of these items are actually decluttered items from her collection. So I've just put them all in here because I'm going to try and recycle some of the things. So they're all in here together, and I'll make sure and note that those items are things that have been decluttered from my daughter's inventory. All of the stuff that she owns is stuff that I have either purchased for her or given to her from my own collection, because she's 7 and doesn't have money to buy her own makeup. So, well, she gets an allowance, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I'll make sure and point some of those items out as they come up. I'm just going to start pulling things from bags. And actually, the first item is one that I recently decluttered from my inventory. I believe this one was in my inventory videos. So this is the Unique Moodstruck Precision Pencil Lip Liner in the shade Perky. This was actually not one that I use on my lips. I use this for like Halloween costume stuff. It's just a very bright pink. I used to be really into brighter pink shades like this when my hair was my natural color, which is blonde. This shade just does not suit with the red hair. Also, I dyed my hair. So I am a fake ginger, as I've mentioned previously, but in the wintertime, I go a little bit more auburn. I still like that kind of coppery hue, but I go a little bit more auburn. So I recently colored my hair and I love it. I just love this shade. So if you're interested in that type of content, if you want to see the products that I use, the process I use, how I achieve this color from home, because I do it myself, make sure you comment below and let me know that you'd be interested in that. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will start working on doing that. So the next product is a pair of eyelashes. Now, these have literally never been used. This is from the brand Red Aspen. I hear these are great lashes. Somebody gave them to me and I literally never use them because I do not wear false lashes. And it's not because I don't think that they look beautiful. It's just because I don't like the feeling of them on my eyes. I'm sure if I practice, I would be good at it and I could get used to it, but I just don't enjoy the process. So these will get decluttered to somebody who can use them. Also, if you hear noises, my daughter's like running in and out. It's finally a nice enough day that she can play outside and all the neighbor kids are outside. So she's running in and out, of course. But The next item is this Physicians Formula powder. This is the airbrushing pressed powder in the shade Translucent. So first of all, this is not translucent. This one was also in my makeup inventory video, and I did say that I was probably going to declutter it. I actually had 2 shades of this, and I ended up giving one of them to my mom. I think that one was in the shade like Natural Beige. The reason I purchased these initially was because they have SPF in them. So at this point, with the length of time they've been in my inventory, I'm sure the SPF is expired. It doesn't say on here when to use them by. It doesn't have that little sticker with like a longevity date on it or whatever. So I'm sure that the SPF is expired, and I just don't like this formula at all. It sits very heavily on my skin. I don't like the way it feels. I have naturally dry skin, so I just don't like the way this feels. So I am decluttering this one. I'll probably give this one to my mom too, because she really likes the other one I gave her, and I used both of these shades and they both worked well for me. So I'll give this one to her as well. So the next item is this Il Makiage Hydrating Setting Spray. I purchased this quite a long time ago with the Il Makiage foundation. I have since decluttered the Il Makiage foundation because it went off and it smelled really funky. And I didn't particularly love that formula anyway. But I've been using this, and I feel like it actually dries out my skin. It does not feel hydrating on my skin. So I just don't like the way it feels, and I also don't think it provides much longevity to my makeup. So this is not empty, but I am gonna declutter it. This has been in my inventory for a hot minute. This next item is another unique lip liner pencil. I believe it is, yes. So this is, again, the lip liner, the unique Moodstruck Precision Pencil in the shade Peachy. This shade I don't mind quite as much. I never wear it. It doesn't look as unflattering as that really hot like magenta, but I just never wear it. And again, my daughter loves this kind of stuff. She'll draw like little hearts and stuff on her cheeks. She's into that. So I'm going to give this one to my daughter as well with that other unique pencil. This is another item that I am decluttering to my daughter. So this was actually in my recent video where I posted about the items that I panic purchased. I will link that one as well. I usually do the cards, but I'll link it down below as well. But anyway, this is one that was one of those surprise gifts because I hit the threshold. So I haven't tested it. I'm sure it's a lovely formula. I have another gloss from them that I really like. Yeah. I'm sure this is a lovely formula. I have not tried it, but it's just not the right shade for me. So I'm going to give it to my kid because she'll use it. So let's see what else. Let me pull a couple of these. These are so old. They're both from Milk Makeup. They are ridiculously old. I got them a long, long time ago. They've been in my kids' makeup kit for a while. These are the lip and cheek and then the highlighter. I didn't really have any issues with these. The reason I gave them to my daughter is because at the time that I received these, they were like a free gift with purchase, I think at Sephora. I was not using cream products. I was only using powder. So these were just not something that I was using, and I thought that'd be a fun, easy way for my kid to put like makeup on her cheeks. So, but these are ridiculously old. They smell funky, so they're going in the trash now, and I don't want my daughter putting them on her sweet baby face. So another item that was in my daughter's collection of stuff that is going to get decluttered because it's very old is this ColourPop Super Shock. I guess it's a highlighter. It says cheek on it, but it looks like a highlighter in the shade Stole the Show. This is so old, y'all. Just really old. I gave this to her again at the same time I gave her those other ones. You can see the color's beautiful, and I did hit pan on it, and she loves it, but it's just, it doesn't have a smell to it, but it's really old, you guys. So that one's gonna get trashed. Another one that's really old, this is hilarious. I have chickens. I love my chickens. I frequent the Tractor Supply near my house very often, and they had these in the checkout line, and I just thought they were so funny. These are called La Chick Poo Poo. And they are just like a tinted lip, like chapstick. And it says a lip glacé in Aurora Pink. It says the fancy chicken poop. I'm sorry, that is funny, okay? Anyway, I used 2 of the shades. It was a set of 3. I used 2 of them, and I gave this one to my daughter because this is just not a shade that I love on me. And she has used some of it, but again, it's starting to just smell kind of funky because it's been there forever. So trashing that one. But I do love that. I just think it's hilarious. I like anything chicken. I just love my chickens, you guys. It's ridiculous. Okay, so this is another item that literally I have never used. I took the seal off, and I'm pretty sure I never even put them on my face, but I bought them at the beginning of this year when I was getting back into makeup because I was like, at that point in my skincare journey, I was suffering from like rosacea flares, and my under eyes were super dull. So I was like, I'm going to color correct. Well, then I started working on my skin, which has improved my makeup using experience as well. And I haven't needed these. So these are let me turn around for you. These are the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealers and correctors. I have green and yellow. I think those are just what the shade names are. CW10, CW12. So yeah, yellow and green. And green would be used to counteract the red, which is I got it from my rosacea flare-ups and my acne. And then the yellow was meant to correct the dullness in my under eyes. But again, I never used these. I started working on my skin. My skin cleared up. My rosacea calmed down. My under eyes have brightened. So I don't need these. I don't want them to sit in my collection any longer. I'm gonna give them to my sister because I do think she will at least use the green one. I think she'll love them and use them. Here's another expired one from my daughter's makeup. This was another gift with purchase from Sephora forever ago. I think I got the Milk makeup ones and this one like right at the same time. It was either from Sephora or was in an Ipsy bag because I was getting Ipsy for a while. This was like 2 or 3 years, probably 3 years ago. That's how old these products are, you guys. This is the highlighter from Trestique. It's really pretty, but it's old. It doesn't have a smell to it, but I know how old it is, and I don't want my kid putting it on her face, and I don't want to put it on my face. So it's going bye-bye. This is one, so there are a few products that the reason I no longer have them is because I really did not like them. One of them in particular, I've mentioned it in a previous video. It was a horrible user experience. I did not enjoy it, and I will get to that in a minute when I talk about the items that I don't actually have in my possession anymore. This is another one that just did not work for me, and I know people love this. It's way too dry. It's my own fault. It's this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer matte finish. I should not have bought a matte finish product. I have dry skin. I have fine lines in my under eyes. I'm 36 years old. I have fine lines, and I do have like wrinkles. Not wrinkles, but I have lines. Matte products do not work for my skin. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually think that I meant to grab the hydrating camo because again, I bought this when I kind of restarted getting into makeup at the beginning of this year, and I wasn't paying enough attention, bought the wrong product. It's terrible. I've used it a couple times. I hate it. If anybody else I know wants it, I'll give it to them, but too drying. It literally makes my under eyes look like this Sahara desert. It's not cute. Not cute. Okay. Here's one that is expired. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Original. I'm actually really mad at myself for this one because I bought this and did not use it and let it go bad. And it is still mostly full, but it has separated and it looks funky. And I tried to put it on my hand and I just didn't like it. So I think this one actually was in some of these, like I said, were in my inventory videos, but it's just, I think it's not right anymore. The formula's changed and I'm not gonna put it anywhere near my eyeballs. So these are some that I don't hate them, but they just don't work the way that I want my lip products to work. So these are both from Sunbum. This is just a cute little logo, but these are they don't even have like a label on them. One of them is Sunset Cove. The other one is Bonfire. These are actually tinted like lip balms, chapsticks. They are extremely pigmented, very pigmented. This one is Bonfire. Now, I generally like these shades. This one is actually a little bit dustier than it's coming off on camera. However, I don't like this formula. It is too thick, but these have SPF in them. And the reason I bought them was because I was looking for SPF lip products. I've since discovered that I prefer like a untinted SPF lip product. That way I can layer like lip gloss or lipstick or whatever over the top of them. But I bought these while I was in California on vacation, and I just don't like the formula. It's too thick. It's very opaque, which sounds like it would be a good thing, except they're too emollient, so they move around a lot. So they're very opaque, very emollient, don't stay put on my lips. They smear all, I feel like they just smear all over my face. It's not a good user experience. So I will probably see if my sister wants these. She might like them. Otherwise, I'm gonna unfortunately have to get rid of them just because they're lip products and I put them on my lips and nobody else wants to put those on their lips. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, if that sounds like something that is enjoyable to you, I do recommend that. I like Sunbum products. I actually do use their mineral chapstick that has SPF in it. I love that one, but it's untinted, so you can't see it on my lips. And then I just layer my other stuff over the top. So those were a no for me, but I do in general really like Sunbum. The rest of these in this bag are lip products. So this is the NYX Butter Gloss. Now, I'm not getting rid of this one because I dislike the formula. I actually have 4 other butter glosses that I really, really like. I'm decluttering this one because of the shade. So again, I dye my hair red now. When my hair is my natural color, which is like sort of a mushroomy blonde, a cooler toned blonde, this shade works great. I love the like bright pop of like raspberry pink. This is in the shade, this is in the shade Summer Fruit. Hold on. Is that gonna work? There we go. Anyway, so this shade is really beautiful. It just does not work with the tone of my hair. It works well with my skin tone, but because of the shade of my hair, it kind of changes everything a little bit. And it just does not look cute with my hair, the color that it is. So I'm gonna give this one, I'm probably actually gonna give this one to my kid because I think she'll like it too. She loves makeup. If my sister doesn't want it or my mom doesn't want it, I'll give it to my daughter. I'll give them first crack at it. This is one that I found at Marshall's and I did not like it at all. This is from, let's see, where's the label? So it's Crop, which is, I believe, an Australian red. What is in my hand? I think that one of those lip liners got all over. Anyway, so the brand is Crop. I bought it at Marshall's, and it's the hydrating vegan lip gloss. I don't like this on me at all. It's not, I don't even know. It's a beautiful red, and I don't mind the shade of it. It's just, I don't like the formula very much. It goes from like being really sticky to like almost, it's still on my lips. It leaves a residue, but then my lips are dry. Like they feel dehydrated. It's supposed to be hydrating, but my lips still end up feeling dry and I can still feel the product on my lips. So I don't know what it is about this. I've only worn it a handful of times. Do not enjoy it. But it was only like $4 or something at Marshall's. So I'm not too worried about it, but it just stinks because I hate buying products that don't end up working. This is another one. I feel like people are going to come for me on this one because I feel like this product was really popular, but I didn't know anything about this when I bought it. Saw it at Marshall's, picked it up, and don't love it. So this is from BH Cosmetics. I don't know if you can even see that. This is the Doja Cat collection. This is just does it say on there? Oh my gosh, I cannot read that at all. Plumping lip gloss. Now, I don't feel like this plumped my lips, but it did feel gritty. So I put it on and I just felt like I could feel, it's got beautiful sparkle in it, but you can feel it on your lips and it doesn't feel cute. It feels like you got sand stuck to your lip gloss. So that's why I'm getting rid of this one. Again, this one's barely used. I used it like 2 times. It just does not feel good on my lips. I don't like it. Nope. Okay, now we're on to the products that I have already done away with. The products that I disliked so much that they are already gone. I couldn't stand to look at them anymore. Or the ones that I gave away to family and I ended up giving them before this video because they needed it for one reason or another. So the first one is the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. So this one I'm pretty sure was in my inventory videos. I gave this one to my sister. I will try and pop a picture up somewhere. I don't know, one of these two sides. The next one is the Kosas Foundation in Light Neutral 140 and the Kosas Revealer Concealer in 2.5C. So I've mentioned this in previous videos, but that was a funny story. So I actually ordered initially the Light Neutral 140 and the 2.5C in the foundation and the concealer. And then I also ordered the powder in Airy. So they sent me my order, but then they sent me a duplicate order of the exact same thing. So I had 2 Light Neutral 140s and 2 2.5 Cools. And when I reached out to them, they said, well, just keep it and give it to a friend because I guess they can't take it back, because if they take it back, they have to trash it. And so I actually had 2 of the foundations and 2 of the concealers that ended up not being the right shades for me. So I was going to exchange one of the sets, I guess, for a lighter shade in the foundation and in the concealer. And then they said, oh, okay, great, we'll keep the old stuff. So then I basically ended up with 3 sets of the same product, 2 of one shade and 1 of another shade. So I gave both of the foundations, one to my sister, one to my mom, and same deal with the concealer. I gave one to my sister, one to my mom, and I kept the lighter shade. So I wear Very Light Cool. Is it Very Light Cool or Very Light Neutral 120? And then in the concealer, I wear the 1.5. Here is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, and this is in the shade Very Light Cool 120. So this is the shade that does work for me. And then the concealer is right here. This is the Kosas Revealer Concealer, and this is in the shade 1.5 Cool. I don't know if you'll even be able to see that. Oh, there you go. Love the Kosas. That's the only reason I decluttered it was because I didn't want those shades to go bad in my collection, because they are like a cleaner brand, so they don't have a lot of preservatives in there, so they do go off a lot faster than other products. So I didn't want them to sit and get wasted and nobody be able to use them. And because I love the formula so much, I was like, my family needs to try this. They're great. My mom and my sister both love it very much. They're great products. Highly recommend both. This next product, I cannot say the same thing for. It is the Revolution Super Dewy Tinted Moisturizer. Again, I have complained about this product previously. Pretty sure I complained about it in at least one other video. It is horrible. And I don't just say that from my own user experience. I have talked to several people who've used the product, and they range from oily skin to dry skin and, you know, various different fair complexions. They all disliked it. And the problem with this is it is not moisturizing. It is not super, it's not even dewy. It's definitely not super dewy. The only thing that's true about the claims that it makes is that it's tinted. And when I put that on my skin, I actually was not having any sort of skin issues. I was, you know, my skin was looking pretty good. No dry patches, no rosacea flares. It looked like, it gave me dry patches. It was so flaky and cracky. And this was immediately upon application. So it's not like it sat there and separated. I put it on and I was like, wait, is that dry patches on my, no, I don't have dry patches there. And it looked terrible on my skin. And everybody I talked to about this product disliked it also. So I don't understand why they called it super dewy. I don't understand why I've seen it. I have seen one person on YouTube say that they like this. So if you like this, I'm sorry that I'm, you know, saying such terrible things about a product that you like. It just looked like crap on my skin. It was not cute at all. Anyway, I do not recommend that product. So then the last item that I don't have in my collection anymore is the ColourPop Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Wolfie. So I actually got rid of this one because it broke and it got really messy and I didn't feel like hanging on to it. I have had that lipstick. I will pop a picture up somewhere. I have had that lipstick since my daughter was born. I literally bought that within the first year of her life and she just turned 7. So if that tells you anything about the age of the product and why it got decluttered, it was beautiful. It was such an incredible shade. It was like this really beautiful, like berry, like a deep berry color with gold shimmer. Oh. And it was their original like matte liquid lip, but it was not dehydrating to my lips. It dried down really well, almost completely transfer proof. I do not like their new formulas. Again, this was like 6 years ago, so things have changed and I don't like their formulas now, but that one, I'm so sad because I love that. And I really wish that they hadn't changed the formula because it used to be one of my favorite formulas. So anyway, don't have that one anymore. They don't make that color anymore to my knowledge. It was great. I miss it. Farewell. Okay, well guys, I think that's it. That's all the stuff that I am getting rid of for one reason or another. If you haven't already, go check out my video about the items that I panic purchased before my no buy year. My no buy year has officially started and I will be doing regular updates. But for now, know that I have not broken my no buy. I mean, it's only the, 8th of January, but yay me. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you being here. Again, if you haven't already, make sure and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that alarm bell so that you never miss an upload. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.